any artifacts. The list goes on and on. If you just say the word, I'll up and run.
Last time on Trying Not to Sink, we walked the streets of Savannah. We anchored off Cumberland Island for the evening and traveled down to Florida the following day, where we stopped in St Augustine, took a trolley around the city for a little tour. We caught up with some friends who lived nearby, some family came to visit, and we said goodbye to our second mate, Rachel.
We're leaving St. Augustine. There's the Lions Bridge. We decided not to take it out today. We're going to stay on the ICW because of thunderstorms. And bye-bye St. Augustine. We'll see you in a little bit. There's the mooring field. And here's Captain, bright and early.
Yeah, it's, well, not too bad, 7 o'clock. So, we just spent, 3-4 days in St. Augustine, and again, one of our favorite places to stop, so we don't mind spending as much time as we can there. My mother and my sister and my brother-in-law came by to visit, and we saw some friends, Karen and John.
And we lost a crew member.
Rachel left to go home back to Philadelphia, and
who will be missed.
Right now it's the two of us, and we're heading south. I'm not exactly sure where we're stopping. We'll see how well we think we're going to do today. We can figure it out along the way whether we're going to get an anchorage or pull into a marina. The weather's not terrible. It's 4-foot waves out there, but there's thunderstorms and possible gusts up to 35 when the thunderstorms pass. And I just figured I'd rather be inland today, and we can take it easy. So we're heading south. And not a lot to tell you about this. The marina we stayed at, they're very good. They're very professional. It's a nice marina. Unfortunately, half of it's destroyed
From the storms.
hurricane, and they're still rebuilding it. They're supposed to start rebuilding it today, actually. So maybe when we come back through next time, we'll see some progress on it. But only about half the marina is there, and even some of the slips that are there don't have electric. We even had to deal with some electric issues ourselves at our slip. But it's one of our favorite places to stop, so I know we're going to stop on the way back, even if we just grab a mooring ball or something and take the tender in. So,
See you soon. We're coming up on the Daytona Beach area. So.
That great marker you see is all the way on the other side, right?
Yeah,
So,
but it's the only marker I see.
okay, because according to this, I have to go left. Be on my map.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Try to wiggle around them. Right in the middle. Smack
Might
that.
as well tie up to the
Anchor
marker.
down, yeah.
Got ourselves anchored and situated and about to chill out with a glass of wine, and some sailboat decided to cut right across us. He's stuck because he bottomed out, but he's also on our chain. And I don't know if the chain's wrapped around his prop or his keel or what, but it's a mess. And I'm not sure how it's settled. He's calling towboat to come out and try and get him unstuck, I suppose. And I have just no idea, but all I know is we're spinning sideways back and forth, and when we do, it's pulling pretty hard on our chain. So we're keeping off the bow and just waiting to play this out, see what happens. Oh well, so much for relaxing.
Okay, well I'm just gonna pull you off, spin you around and just pull you out. and then you can figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go over to the city marina. They said they have a space for me.
Sounds good.
I just want to show everybody my snub, and I'm pretty proud of it. See that there? And the slack I have here. See? It's read 12 feet, but it didn't. It was random, I guess, from the storms. And as you'll see, the boat that got stuck right in front of us.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be coming back here to anchor. It's just too unpredictable where we were. We had 3 different charts: Navionics, the Veruno, and then also the Waterway Guide. All told us we should have had 12 feet, and we didn't have anything close. We ran aground a little bit in 4 feet, just barely. I was able to get off it pretty easy, but the sailboat in front of us, they were stuck. Took about an hour to get them unstuck by sea tow, and they had a 6.5 foot draft. So they were, and I thought where we were in about 6 foot. So they must have hit something around 4 foot, I guess. And they were only about 15 feet away from us. So anyway, it's just, it's not what you're going to think when you get there. I'm sure the storms have caused all the different shoaling, but don't even try it. Even when you see other sailboats out there or anchored, some of them I think are in there. I think they're just abandoned boats
right.
Sitting in the water. They don't look like they've been moved.
Right.
So I'd find a different spot.
Yep.
Anyway, we didn't go to town. By the time they got us sea tow and all that stuff got done, it was getting too close to dark, and we just said, we'd call it a night and just try to get an early start. Not that we did. I think it's about 8:30.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 9 o'clock. I don't know. But the nice thing about anchoring is I get to leave in my jammies. I don't even have to get dressed. So, but so we're on our way to Cocco Beach.
Yep, on our way to Cocco Beach.
We think we're going to find a place to anchor there, or maybe grab a mooring pole. The marina there is kind of small for this boat. When we were there last year, it was a difficult slip. They put us in the biggest slip they had available at the time, and it was about 10-15 feet too short for this boat. So I think I'm not going to take a chance this time and just try and anchor out.
Now back to the boat that was in front of us. The reason we didn't move or go to town is they crossed right in front of us, and that's where our chain was. And we were unsure if they clipped on our chain or what happened. So we figured it's best not to move and stay at attention in case they needed us to do something.
Yeah, so it didn't work out that way. Apparently they were over top of our chain, but they weren't wrapped around it or anything like that. So
Yep.
No big deal.
Yep, so all's well. All's well. And off to Cocco Beach. And another cloudy day. But it doesn't bother us, right?
Nope. So we decided we're going to stay inside on this leg. We're going to stay on the ICW, and the reason for that is there's a massive shoal around Cape Canaveral. But last year we went outside. It just took us forever to get around it, and by the time we do that, go around the shoal, come in through the lock in Cape Canaveral, I think it's just going to take a long time. So we're going to stay inside, and I think it'll be much shorter, even though we may not get the average speed is high. I still think it's going to be much shorter.
Uncomfortable.
So, that's the plan.
Roger. Honk everywhere. You can see the old piling and the old dock wood mixed with fresh dock wood.
just kind of pulled up here on a beach. I don't know what you want to call it. Only reason we did is because we saw another dinghy parked over there. He has locks. We don't. I guess we're going to take a chance, go to town. But anyway, there apparently used to be dinghy docks at their boat ramps, but they're now gone. This is some private marina that we found. And this is just a little bit of shoreline to the side of it. In between these rocks and barnacles, we found a spot that we could kind of slide through and pull it up to the beach. So we'll see how it goes.
We're at a German bar right now. We were just at a Spanish bar.
We're going through Europe right now.
Yes, in Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, we went off course. Somehow we crossed the Atlantic and now we're in Germany.
And we didn't have to even leave our tender, or dinghy. Cheers.
Time we were here in Cocco, I was not all that impressed. However, this time we found a lot of nice places. We found this cool beer garden. We found a Spanish restaurant.
Authentic.
And I don't know, maybe we were here on the wrong day before.
Well, both of those
Or maybe
restaurants
this
are new.
town has changed in the last year, but I can tell you we're kind of digging it. So
Our tender solar light. We're lucky we're arriving at slack tide because this was pretty rough going through this, getting down there. So we get to sneak under a bridge. We never get to sneak under a teeny weeny bridge. And these are power lines that I heard on Waterway Guide. A couple sailboats had a bad experience with them.
no, it looks like our anchor lights aren't on.
Cocco Village, where we anchored for the night. It was nice. They don't have a spot for dinghies, but I'm sure they'll work on that. And now we're off to Vero or Fort Pierce. It depends on our time because, as you can see, there's big storms. And it's covering all of Florida.
Yeah, it's rainy. I think it's going to be rainy for another day or two. And, but this was a better stop than we thought it was going to be. We didn't really like Cocco that much. Last time was okay, but this time we found a couple of new restaurants opened up. Some ethnic places, a Spanish restaurant and a German restaurant, and we found the place to beach the dinghy, so that worked out well. And there's a nice jazz blues club there too that we like too. We didn't get a chance to stay near the band, but we had to get back before dark. But maybe next time through we'll get to see them.
Yeah.
And we are off to probably either Vero or Fort Pierce, depending on how well we do as far as currents and time. We are going to need fuel sometime soon, so we'll see where we end up.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. What a surprise.
traveling down the ICW in much of Florida is pretty much a straight line down the coast, nothing very tricky. Now we decided to get a slip in Vero Beach, and we found the marina just north of the bridge. They had a fuel dock, so we stopped to fill up the tanks before getting a slip for the evening. Now this particular marina was not very far from the beach, so we got on our bikes and we took a drive on down, had a few drinks, and got to look at the ocean from a slightly different perspective than we usually see it at. So hi everyone, we just wanted to give a quick shout out to our latest Patreons, Greg Kloster and Bob Komodo, and we have
Paul Hoffman.
And the
Fleckensteins.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us on this journey. We appreciate your support and your contributions. If anyone else wants to check it out, Trying Not to Sink at patreon.com. See you soon.